Okay, driving to Coupeville from that one town. It's called Freeland. Driving from Freeland. All right, so yeah, I slept in my car again last night. I woke up at 4 a.m. and felt this tightness and almost kind of pain in the lower right-hand quadrant of my intestines. It was very uncomfortable. I didn't know what to think. My first thought was cancer, but it seemed to have stricken awful quickly. I still feel it. It's not like my appendix having burst. It's not like that dead feeling. It's in a slightly different spot. Although the way my nerves are, maybe it is the appendix. They say that people whose appendix bursts tend to have a reburst later within like a year or so. And I think maybe I have issues with my appendix ever since that first explosion, that whatever they call it, rupture. But it feels weird. I'll say I do suspect some actions that I've been doing that may have led to it, particularly in my diet, things that I've been shoving down my mouth. I think nuts do it. I think nuts are a big cause of the problems. I was advised by a 90-year-old man once that you should only eat up to a handful of nuts per day. I was eating a lot more than that beforehand, but that really rung with me because I did notice my gut tended to hurt more in the center normally when I ate nuts, like just a variety of nuts. Even I'd say peanuts too would be partly the cause. But eating nuts makes it so my gut hurts and makes things worse. Plus, also I was eating a lot of garlic, which tends to make me fart a lot. I kind of like the taste of garlic, but I've been going a little overboard with it. I mixed it in my it's whatever you call it, this bean mix. It's you rehydrate the beans, and they're not lentils or black beans. They're that. Wow, there's lemon in it. I don't know. I threw my garlic powder in that. Yeah, onion powder or garlic powder. They cause problems with gas. So it seems the combination of gas and the nuts were not a good formula for my gut. That may be why I'm feeling such a weird feeling, like a tightness, almost painful feeling in the lower right-hand corner. I never felt it like this before, and it scared me. I woke up with that feeling. And maybe sleeping in a sitting position every night isn't helping. I really feel that being able to lay down can be a big advantage too. I don't really have the means to do that. I think, I got a little bit in savings. I try to maintain like the reserve that if there was a terrible emergency where I couldn't sleep in my car, I should still have enough for one night at a hotel. But I just think, in the long term, what does that mean? One night is nothing. It just delays the inevitable. So I hold off. But I think, that's, in my mind at least, I have that reserve that I can do it. But in reality, I can't. I have to continue either sleeping in my car or find a good place that's secure outside at night, which I haven't been able to do this whole time. I'm most secure in my car. That's it. There's no laying down in it. There is the option of looking for another car, but I just haven't taken that too seriously. It's mostly been about sleeping in this one and trying to maintain a low profile as much as possible. I mean, this car still has a good modern appeal to it, and it blends in well with the other cars. I have a bicycle inside, and that's the only way I'll carry a bicycle is inside the car. People could kind of peer in every so often if they want, but it's not going to reveal much just peeking through the windows inside the car, because even though things are piled high, they're buried too, so people won't see much anyway. And besides that, these windows get fogged up like crazy. I've never had such a fogging problem in Wisconsin. Even in the summer in Wisconsin, I just never had fog so bad inside the car. And I have noticed some mold growth in areas, so I really need to do a better job in keeping things clean and cleared out. I don't want to reduce the amount of blankets I have, but I definitely need to make more room for things, so I can move more things around. I have enough visibility through the rear, so I'm not piling the car completely up where I can't see out the back side of the back window, but it's still getting there. There's mold that's growing in certain parts of the car, and that's only going to get worse when it warms up come this summertime, spring and summer. If mold can already grow in the winter time, the summer just gets worse. That kind of makes me nervous. I have not fully prepared for the mold. Just a matter of keeping things clean though. But I carry all my food in here, so it's a bit of a challenge there. I'm carrying way too much food right now too. I bought way too much wheat bran and oat bran, and I can't eat it all in a meal. Nobody could eat wheat bran as a meal. You have to sprinkle it on things slowly, and that's what I'm trying to do. It's not easy though. Oh wow, those horses have blankets on them. It's really warming up these past few days. Oh, somebody for sale by owner. Yeah, it got into the 20s at nights a few nights ago for a few nights there. Now it's warmed up. The forecast said it's supposed to rain every day for the next week, but it's been periodically raining, and in fact it's a clear sky right now. So the forecast is way off. They don't know what they're talking about. It's more of a scattered shower, and very scattered at that, as I can clearly see the sunlight is out. So, yeah, in Wisconsin it was bad. The forecasters were always at least 10 degrees off. They'd say it's zero. It's going to be zero that night, and it really turned out to be negative 10. It was just, or they would also say it's going to rain and it doesn't, or it rains and they say it's not. It's just like here. The ocean must mess with the forecasts. They're not accurate around Washington. And I was talking to these people in the laundromat, and they're saying that it does rain in the summer, even though they say it gets really sunny and all that, it's clear skies and dry, it still rains. So that's what they say. Yeah, and like this, it may, it's pretty windy, I guess. I think I'm going with the wind right now. I see the trees are really moving there. Yeah, this is a nice little drive on Whidbey Island. It's a long distance to me, though. It's 16 miles to Coupeville. Okay. I'm getting close. I'm gonna go to the library and then get on my bicycle. I want to check out the port. The port's a few miles away from the library. I want to go there first on my bicycle, and then get familiar with it, find out what the price is. So I think I want to take my car across on the port to Port Port Townsend. Check that out. Just to see what it's like. It depends on how much the ferry costs or whatever. And if the ferry between Clinton and like the Seattle or Mukilteo, that was like a 10-minute ferry. Well, the one to Port Townsend is like 30 minutes. And the 10-minute ferry on Clinton is $8.10. I should expect it to be maybe triple the amount of money to go to Port Townsend. That's probably what they charge is by the mile on a ferry. A half hour on a ferry, that'd be interesting. So it's Whidbey Island is a pretty good distance from Port Townsend. And when you get to Port Townsend, then you're looking at pretty much all lands until you take all lands travel to the Pacific Ocean, which that's what I'm interested in. But I'm running out of gas, and that's it. You know, I gotta find ways to save money, to make money. I might have to sell my Android tablet for like what, $50, just to extend my money supplies a little longer. If there's ever a way to bicycle around more, I'd love to have a bicycle instead. But yeah, I don't know how to do that. There's no option. All the blankets I have is like I really need them. They're really useful. I cut back to the bare minimum. If I cut back any further on my blankets, I'd be looking at needing to use heat pads, because I've been sleeping outside in the 20-degree temperatures. Did I pass the turn? God, I might have passed the turn. I need to pay more attention here. I know it was a few miles. I could turn my I better turn my GPS on. It seems like I'm not on the road anymore. In fact, I was supposed to take a right, I believe, somewhere. Because all this is really, really unfamiliar. Okay, that's it. Okay, I think I'm still on the right road. I just I got a little nervous there. I guess it's just not that familiar. I only went over it once. According to my GPS now, I just have a right turn coming up here. Wow. It was just it curved a lot, but the island naturally curves anyway. It's like when I don't see signs soon enough, I start getting nervous. Yeah. Now this is familiar. Coming up on that bridge, that walk bridge, I'll take a bicycle over. I take that going to the left, and that would take me to the port. So that's the direction. This way takes me to the library. And then off to the right is like a food place. The Boys and Girls Club, they give away food. It's a food bank. Yeah, Coupeville tends to be pretty loud and could get nasty air pollution at times. Just kind of too close to Oak Harbor. Yeah, for some reason that air pollution likes to collect around here. Yeah, it's so windy, those waves are really picking up. Huh. Okay. I guess I missed my turn. The library's just straight ahead anyway. So, yeah. I'll park. I won't park in the library parking lot this time. Normally I like to park right next to it at night. So I'll just, yeah. Alright. And that's it.